Come on now. You know you want to play with me, Mr. Death Knight.
No, not really.
I have the power of all the aspects, especially the aspect of Earth, to make you rock solid, if you know what I mean. Just give me a chance, okay? Yeah, I look like a dragon twink who wants to dragon these nuts all over your face, but you'll find that the Dracthyr are a very cultured people. Oh, there we go, yeah.
Well, okay, I guess.
Dracthyr? More like drag queen, am I right? No doubt you're probably sitting there with a very strong opinion of this new race and class in World of Warcraft Dragonflight. Maybe you love the look of the Dracthyr, or maybe you absolutely despise them. Maybe you think they look dumb, but the class looks cool. I don't know. The internet is torn, but the alpha for Dragonflight is finally here, allowing us an opportunity to check out these dragon people and get our hands on them. And with this video, I want to go over my first impressions of having played a Dracthyr Evoker as someone who, admittingly, was not a fan of the look or vibe of this race and class starting off. So, let's talk about that today. Part 1, Character Customization. Holy crap! Alright, listen. Blizzard decided that with World of Warcraft Dragonflight, they were just gonna go all out with this new race in terms of character creation. Seriously, the sheer amount of character customization for the Dracthyr alone is gonna blow your mind. I think genuinely the Dracthyr have more character customization options going for them than probably 4 of the base World of Warcraft races combined. I don't know. All I know is they got a lot of options to play with here. Seriously, when I first saw these Dracthyr fellas announced, I thought they looked... I'm just gonna say it. I thought they looked stupid. I thought they looked ridiculous. They looked like drag queens. There's a reason those memes exist, okay? I never thought I would play as one of these fellas because, guys, I just really wanted to play as some big buff, butch dragonkin guy, like the dragonkin fellas we've seen since classic World of Warcraft. Where are those guys? Strong and heroic looking, scary as hell. You know what I'm talking about. I didn't want to play as some thin, bony-legged lizard. I mean, come on, Blizzard. Give me what I want. Now, I will say that although you can't be that really buff dragonkin guy that killed you in Nixia's lair back in classic WoW, you can get pretty close. Sort of. I was determined to create a cool-looking black Dragonflight-inspired Dracthyr creation. This is what I was coming up with. Black scales, a sort of gray accent to my skin, red eyes, horns, and more horns. You get the idea. And I was very pleased with the result of how he was turning out in the end. I was also surprised to see all the clothing options, by the way, for Dracthyr. I was not expecting that. I just assumed that everybody would be a naked dragon running around casting spells and breathing fire, which I thought was kind of stupid. But seeing all the jewelry options and the bit of clothing to choose from, that was a nice surprise. There's also the ability to fully customize your not dragon mode Dracthyr as well. And this too has a ton of options in terms of character customization. You can make him look as much like a dragonkin as you want, or you can keep him looking as normal as possible, hiding the dragon within, which is the approach that I was going for with my character. I don't want the scales and all that stuff. I want to look like a normal guy. Although I can say that although you can remove all of the scales and the signs of dragonness from your character's body, I couldn't quite get rid of the scales on the character's head. Now, maybe I just missed something, I don't know, but either way, I was very happy with the character creation process, aside from those scales stuck on my head, but whatever. I think Blizzard did an excellent job with the Dracthyr character creation, like, awesome. Part 2, the Evoker class. Now let's talk about playing the class itself. What was it like to play as an Evoker in World of Warcraft Dragonflight? Now, for those that don't know, this is a class that's meant to be inspired by the various aspects from World of Warcraft lore. The red Dragonflight, who are the Guardians of Life, the blue Dragonflight, who protect magic, the green, Guardians of the Emerald Dream, the bronze, Guardians of Time, and the black Dragonflight, everyone's favorite, who warden over the world. The Evoker is a combination of these different flights, possessing magic from each and every one of them. The Evoker even has these new sort of spells never before seen before in World of Warcraft, like for example, one where the longer you hold down your action button, the more you will charge your ability. In this case, it's Fire Breath, and you'll, release more damage the longer you hold the button. or you can even create lines with some abilities and stretch them to be thin or long, and then you can fly to like a location or, you know, erupt the ground. You're seeing the footage on the screen, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Now the question is, like, yeah, you know, you get this new class, it's inspired by these dragonflights, you get these cool, like, unique abilities that have never before been seen in World of Warcraft, but, you know, how does it all play out, you might be wondering, in terms of its gameplay, in terms of its fun? Well, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm really not the biggest fan of it. The Evoker plays a lot like a mage. Lots of spell casting, some requiring a casting time, others are instant cast, and all with a lot of mobility. Evokers can knock enemies back, stun them, fly around, and so on and so forth. So they got a lot of mobility going on. They definitely sell the dragonkin fantasy, let me tell you what. So if you love that, you're gonna love this stuff. I also loved how the Evoker had the ability to really focus on either single target or multi-target DPS, making them feel extremely powerful regardless of how many enemies you are fighting. And before you guys ask, yeah, they are very overpowered right now. Damn. But I'm just being real. For me personally, I just really wasn't enjoying the class that much as I played it. Even with the addition of the new spells that require, you know, holding the cast button or drawing a path on the ground, I just think for me personally, my issues with the class, well, it boiled down to the following, and these are just my opinions. Number one, I'm not really a big fan of the fantasy behind the Evoker class. I don't like the idea of playing as a dragon spellcaster. I would rather be a warrior in this unknown land, or a death knight, or a mage. I really enjoy that fish out of water vibe that comes with adventures like Bilbo Baggins and the Hobbit being taken to the Lonely Mountain in this unknown land far away. So playing as a dragon man who casts dragon spells on the Dragon Island, it's not really my cup of tea. I much preferred the immersion I was getting from playing my Death Knight in the alpha over playing the Evoker, just to put simply. Number two, I'm not the biggest fan of the idea of combining all the flights into one class. I personally would have preferred it if the Dracthyr had 5 specs. Yeah, instead of just the current 2. All 5 of these specs would then play off the various dragonflights. Black dragons are tanks, red dragons DPS and buff their allies, blue dragons are ranged spellcaster DPS, and bronze and green heal their allies in different ways. Or maybe making it like 5 specs, but when you create your character, you choose 2 of them, and they combine together to create a tanking/healing dragon, or a healing/spellcaster dragon, black and green or bronze and blue in this example. So just combining them all together into one class, I mean, I don't know. It's just a personal gripe. I'm just not the biggest fan of that idea, but, you know, to each their own. And number 3, I don't really like dragons. I like to kill dragons. I don't really want to play as one. I want to kill them. I am a direct descendant of Beowulf. I just want to kill dragons, okay? All I want to do. As you can see, my issues with this class have nothing to do with the gameplay itself. I think you guys are going to love the gameplay. In fact, it's just more so the vibe and the immersive quality of the class just really is not my thing. It might be for you, certainly, but it's just not for me. I much prefer my Death Knight and my mages, thank you very much, because Death Knights are just Chad and badass, and Dracthyr are, I mean, they're furries. I said it. Fine. I admit it. They're furries. But World of Warcraft Dragonflight, regardless, has been a lot of fun so far for me. Even though it's just an alpha, you can probably tell, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. And sure, the Evoker's not my cup of tea, but it certainly has got my noggin jogging with ideas for future World of Warcraft classes and features, especially the idea of bringing spell crafting to the game someday, like the ability to create our own custom spells like in the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I made a video all about this idea, which you can check out by clicking the video linked up in your screen right now. Go check that out sometime. It's an older video, but it's a good one. Either way, guys, I appreciate you all watching this video, watching my alpha footage, sharing your thoughts down in the comment section, loving or hating on these Dracthyr Evokers. I will see you all with my next video coming soon, because we got to talk about my full adventure in World of Warcraft Dragonflight so far. Because, guys, it's been awesome.